So I'm Dr. Andrea Adams-Miller. I've lived in Findlay my entire life, but I spent the last couple years traveling, and I asked them if I could do a little attempt at some stand-up tonight. So I want to know, where are my laugh out louders? Who are my knee slappers? People. All right, thank you. Could you just do it automatically then? All right, cool, thank you. And the rest of you who are internal laughers, who do the, please let out a sound, even if it's, you know, a little bit of sound always helps us feel a little bit better up here. All right, so I just wanted to tell you a little bit of some stories, to start off with. I used to play softball, and I was telling my friend I have here from out of town, I was telling him that I was wondering, when I played ball, I was very fortunate to always, be on teams like, a Jack and Doe's or something like that, where, we're supported by a team that would, or Mr. Twister's ice cream. What do you get for bonuses when your t-shirt is, Colden Crate's funeral home? Just a little thing to think about there. All right, so I have a daughter that when she was born, her name's Demaya, and when she was born, I kept calling her Boo, or Boo-Boo. And my husband's like, my husband's here, by the way, this handsome guy right here smiling, like extra big.
All right.
And he said, you can't call her Boo-Boo. And I'm like, why? And he said, well, because she's going to spend the rest of her life thinking she's a mistake. So I'm like, oh, okay. So Demaya, we call her Maya for short, so I started calling her Moo. And I've always kind of wondered, we've never had this conversation, but I went from boo-boo to moo. I mean, wasn't overly advantageous there, I think, maybe. But this Christmas, we went shopping at Costco, and my mom, who's right here filming me, we were at Costco, and I forget that I call her Moo. We're in public, I'm not even thinking about it. We're looking at children's books for my grandchildren, thinking of some ideas for Christmas gifts, and Mom and I can't find Demaya. So I just call out for Demaya. Moo! 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 And then I caught eyes with somebody. Who's that woman? They're pointing all at me like there's something wrong with me. And I finally found her, and I'm like, hey, Demaya, just in case people are looking at you weird, it's because your mom is over there yelling moo. A little embarrassing, but nothing, can't laugh at yourself if you can laugh at. Thank you. So my father-in-law, he unfortunately lost his second wife, and he's been dating, though, someone, a third woman, and he's been dating her a couple of years, and she's never been outside of Findlay. Anybody here never been outside of Findlay? You haven't been outside of Findlay?
No, I'm messing with you.
Okay. I was like, oh my God, let's make fun of him. No, all right. So she has never been outside of Ohio, let alone outside of Findlay, okay? So we were talking about places to go, and he wanted to take her to Cancun, because he loves to go to Cancun on vacation. And she was like, I don't know, I don't want to go there, that's far away, I want to go somewhere different. I want to go someplace exotic. And so we're like, wow, she's, trying to live it up a little. So we're like, hey, well, when you say exotic, what are you thinking? And we're thinking Jamaican or hedonism or, something wild. And she goes, Kentucky. I want to go to Kentucky. So the next time you're with a friend and they say, you want to do something fun? Go, yeah, can we go to Kentucky?
Bluegrass.
Yeah, play a little bluegrass. So we recently became empty nesters. We have 3 adult daughters, and we had 2 daughters get married this year, and the third one is now officially moved out as of 3 weekends ago. In fact, she was like, wow, Mom, I thought you guys would miss us, and apparently you were just waiting for us to move out because you have had house guests every weekend since we left. So it works out really well. But one of the things I learned is that when your children move out, and those of you who are younger, maybe you recently moved out and you can resonate with my children and how they feel about this. So you have a move out style. So there's different ways that you move out. So for example, my oldest daughter, very confident in what she was taking with her, very clear in communication. She has horses. I want my horses, my horse stuff, bye, see ya. She moved out. Nothing challenging there, okay? Nice cut and dry and easy. But my younger 2 daughters seem to pick up some genetics from their grandfather, the one that's dating the woman who wants to go to Kentucky. So the girls, what I've noticed them about that they're like their grandfathers. So when their grandfather moved out of our family homestead, so 28 years ago, or well, 28 years ago we got married. 26 years ago, we moved into the family homestead in Liberty Township and encouraged my father-in-law and his second wife to find a new home. And what they did is when they moved, they took everything that they wanted and left everything else behind. So my husband and I then had to play, Antique Roadshow. What's really nice and is a family heirloom, and what's trash and can we discard? So there was a lot of stuff we kept. We reupholstered, revarnished, fixed, made nice. And every time my in-laws would come over, it was like they were shopping at Jeffrey's Antiques. They'd sit there and they'd look at things on the wall and they'd be like, let's pretend that star's mine. I like that in yellow. It wasn't yellow when we had that. Yeah, we should take that. Yeah, we should take that. And the next thing you know, I'd see the star walk out the door and hang on their door at their house. And I finally told my husband, we can't have them over anymore. They think it's open shopping hours. This is ridiculous. So when my youngest daughter moved out, Demaya, she ended up being a little like her grandfather. So now I realize that we should probably do D23 tests for your move out style. That way we know ahead what's going to happen. And what we would have learned is that Demaya is half of her grandfather Lowell. So when she moved out, she took everything that she wanted and she left the rest behind. But I can't get her to take the rest of the stuff with her. Every time we open up a closet or a cabinet, there's more of Demaya's stuff that she didn't want. And so when I ask her, when she comes over, I try to give it to her. And she's like, yeah, I don't want that anymore. So I now have been showing up at her house with bags of things. And rumor has it that she's going to start charging me for storage for her leftovers that she doesn't want anymore that I'm taking to her house. Now my middle daughter, she's actually on her honeymoon right now in Greece. She comes home tomorrow. And she moved out sooner, but this girl is organized to a T. Her name's Devaney. So Devaney is so organized that when she moved out, she had everything listed. Do you know Devaney? She was like, I think I know her. Everybody knows Devaney usually. I'm not surprised you all went, Devaney! So Devaney had everything listed out so well on her list. She not only had everything that she was going to take, she had all the things that she was indefinitely borrowing on that list. Now, so she's a little like her grandpa on the opposite though, similar. When she comes over, it's like we're the Dollar General. She'll open up cabinets, take canned food out and tuck it up under her arm and open up a thing and go, oh, I really like this dish, and put it over there on the table to take it out. It's literally gotten to the point when she goes to leave the house, I ask her, would you like paper or plastic? Because that's my girl. My girl's gonna take what she wants and kind of move along and take things with her. And so I got to really thinking about that. So those of you who are soon to be moving out, you might want to be aware of this and have the foresight ahead of your parents so you can get what you want and take it and go. And for those of you who are going to be empty nesters, what I recommend, since we don't have the D23, is for you to batten down the hatches, okay? If it's something that you want, hot glue it, super glue it, nail it down, stick it to a wall. I'm talking about like adult childproofing it. So that way when they come over, they can't find the stuff that they're going to take. And from that, well, thank you so much. I'm Dr. Andrea Adams-Miller. I'm the CEO of the Red Carpet Connection. I'm an international speaker and publicist, and I'm trying to spend more time in our community so I can bring more love here. So thank you so very much. Appreciate it.